Hello and welcome to the Wizard Walk guided tour preview. On the Wizard Walk, we visit different filming locations and explore the streets that inspired the Harry Potter books. On this tour preview, we'll visit 3 different points to give you an idea of what it's like to do our full Wizard Walk guided tour here in London. This is our first point of interest, Westminster Tube Station. This was used as a filming location in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now, as some of you might remember, in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry casts a Patronus charm to ward off the Dementors that are attacking him and Dudley. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to use magic outside of school until the age of 17, so Harry gets summoned to a disciplinary hearing here in central London. Him and Mr. Weasley travel here via the tube, which J.K. Rowling describes as being full of grumpy commuters, and they arrive here at Westminster Tube Station. We see the scene in the film. They come down the main escalators of the tube station, and although the scene's only 26 seconds long, they had to close the station for an entire day. They did this on a Sunday to try and minimise disruption, but it still caused quite a lot of disruption as this is where 3 major tube lines intersect. But definitely worth it, in my opinion, to film Harry Potter. Right, if you follow me, we're going to the next point. We're going to visit the Prime Minister at number 10 Downing Street. Here we are at number 10 Downing Street. Now, this has been home to the Muggle Prime Minister since 1735, but not many people know about its magical connections. So we know from the books that on their first night in office, each new Prime Minister is contacted by the Minister for Magic. And this is to let them know about the existence of the magical world and what to do in case any magical emergencies should happen. They're told that in case of a magical emergency, they'll be contacted by a talking portrait of a man in a silver wig that is stuck to their office wall. This man is called Ulick Gamp, and he was the first ever Minister for Magic. The portrait is stuck to the wall with a permanent sticking charm, so they couldn't remove it even if they wanted to. They're also told that in case of emergencies, they'll be contacted by the fireplace that's in their office, which is connected to the magical Floo network and lets witches and wizards appear there at any moment. Now, Cornelius Fudge, who we know, was Prime Minister between 1990 and 1996, and he met with 2 different Prime Ministers whilst he was in office. The first one, if we look at the dates, was John Major, who he had to warn about the escape of Sirius Black, and the second one he met with was Tony Blair, who he had to warn about the return of Lord Voldemort. Now, contacting the Prime Minister hasn't always been easy. In fact, the first Prime Minister that Fudge met thought he was a hoax sent by the opposing political party and tried to chuck him out of the window just there. Right, so we're going to go on to our next point up here. We're going to go and visit the Ministry of Magic. Follow me. Welcome to the Palace Theatre. Once widely regarded as the most beautiful opera house in London, it is now home to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. In 2011, fans were gutted when they thought the story had ended forever. But in 2013, it was announced that a stage play would be continuing the magic. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child takes place 19 years after the events of the final film. Harry has grown up, he's married to Ginny, and he's working in the ministry. He has 3 children, Lily, James and Albus Severus, and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child follows Albus, his youngest son, as he embarks on his first year at Hogwarts and deals with the trials and tribulations of being the son of the Chosen One. We also find out that Hermione has made it to Minister of Magic, and the surprising fact that Harry is afraid of pigeons. Now, this story started its life as a 2-part short story written by John Tiffany and J.K. Rowling herself, and was then adapted for the stage by the playwright Jack Thorne. It takes place in 2 different parts. You can watch it in a matinee in the afternoon and then an evening performance, or you could watch it on 2 consecutive evenings. But when I went, I saw it in the afternoon and the evening, and I would highly recommend it. It is a spectacle. Now, when it was premiered in 2016, it earned a record-breaking 18 Olivier nominations and won a further 11 Olivier Awards, which is a huge number. It's basically the Oscars of the stage. Now, a Vox top tip, if you enter a lottery on Friday, it's called the 40 for 40, and there are 40 tickets, premium tickets available, and you can get them for £20 per part, which is an incredible deal. So that's a top tip. If you want to see this magic, enter the lottery on Fridays. Right, if you follow me, we're going to head this way through Covent Garden to our next point. We really hope you enjoyed that preview. You can buy tickets to this tour or the full VR experience right here. Discover London your way, your pace.